Okay, let's go with some hints for sheet 5. First question, two fractions. The addition one, the first thing we deal with are the whole numbers. So we do the 2 add the 1 to make 3. Then we need to make a new bottom number. So looking specifically at the 4 and the 6, what's the first number which appears on both the 4 and the 6 times table? That'll be 12. So you've got your new bottom number, new top numbers here and here. Add them together. This one you'll need to change because the top's going to be heavier than the bottom to get your answer. Second fraction, it's different this time. This time we deal with the two fractions separately, make them top heavy. So we do 8 times 4, add 3. 8 times 4 is 32, add 3 is 35 over 8. Do the same with the second fraction, and then remember, because it's a divide, we turn it upside down and make it into a times. Then we do some cancelling, and you'll find that basically everything cancels somewhat. Then you can get your answer. Second question, we need a line which is parallel to this one. So the first thing we need to do is we need to rewrite it as y equals mx plus c. That way we can get the gradient. So take the 2x over, that gives us 3y is negative 2x, add 8. Then take the 3 over, and because it's multiplying, that means it's going to become a divide. So you get negative 2 over 3x, add 8 over 3. Now, the only bit that we are interested in here is the number before the x, the gradient, because that's your m. The question gives you the point the lines to go through, which is negative 4, 2. So that's your AB. Now we just simply plug those values into your y minus b equals mx minus a formula. Okay, the m in here, the a in here, and the b away over here. Tidy all that up, remembering because this is a fraction that the number on the bottom is going to times that side, the number on the top is going to times that side. Question 3 is one of these Pythagoras questions. Now the little trick in the question is that it tells you the distance from here, the point on the circumference, all the way across to here, tells you that's 27. Why is that important? Because we're also going to use the fact that we know the gradient is 15. So this little distance here is going to be 12. The radius, sorry, I might have said the gradient there. The radius is 15, and the radius here is 15. So if I can extract that triangle out, we've got a right angle triangle. This distance is 12. This distance is 15. We're trying to work out this one here. So a bit of Pythagoras, and then you double it because you've got two lengths. Question 4. Now we've not done a lot of these in class, but what we have done is we've done a lot of equations. So how would we solve the equation? We would take the 3 over, and it becomes a takeaway, and then you would divide by the 2. So the example you've got is fm minus 4 equals g. So we just do the exact same thing. Take the minus 4 over, and then take the f over. And you do a similar thing for the rest of that question. Question 5, it's a volume question. We're going to use the formula volume equals area times height, or in this case, times its length. So we need to work out what this red area is here. How are we going to work that out? We're going to do the big circle, take away the small circle. So it's pi r squared for the big circle, take away pi r squared for the small circle. You know the radius because the question tells you that the big circle has a radius of and the small circle has a radius of. Once you get this answer, all we're going to have to do is multiply it by its length, which it tells you in the question is 900. Question 6. I've drawn a wee diagram to help us. If we put some letters on A, B, C, we know the converse for Pythagoras is done by working out small side squared, other small side squared, big side squared, and then checking to see if these two added together makes this one. If it does, it's a right angle. If it doesn't, it's not. Remember your statement. By the converse of Pythagoras. Remember that needs to be in your answer. ... You can fill in that bit. Last question, probably one of the easier ones. Remove the brackets, so negative 2 times x, negative 2 times negative 3. Keep the 6x, add 7. Now all we're doing is rearranging. So the 19 moves, the 6 moves, the 6x moves. Then you'll have so many negative x's is bigger than or equal to some number here. So if you want the answer for x, because you had a negative sign here, when you change that into positive x, then that means you change the direction of the inequality and get your final answer.